All right, welcome to our team call tonight. So just a couple like office work things. What do I want to call that? Office stuff, just like dates and things. Provo training is coming up on May 25th. Are you guys all going? Except for Emily, of course. Emily Fainert. Yes. Emily, say your last name for me, if you can. I know it's later there.
It's Fainert.
Fainert.
Oh,
okay.
That's easy. Good job. I'm impressed.
Fainert. Thank you. I tried. So Provo training is on May 25th. Just to let you know, I will unfortunately be out of town on Mike's work trip. I wish I could be there, but some of you had mentioned maybe you guys want to do dinner. So somebody can maybe take charge of that and get it organized. Chelsea, if you know the area, maybe you can suggest some good places to eat or something. Okay. All right. Any other announcements you guys want to bring up? Things coming up? All right.
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, I wanted to announce a few of our giveaway winners from our team things. Team giveaways that we've done. So if everybody's on this call, I don't know if everybody's on this call. Gosh, should we even give it to them if they're not on the call?
No. Skip over. Have to give it to the other people.
They have to be on the call. I should have made that a stipulation. Okay. So I actually didn't draw for the party booking one, but we can do that later. But you guys did awesome. Good job on those parties. What's up, Angela?
Sorry, I was putting my kids to bed.
No worries. But the winner of the color quiz, so you guys took the color quiz, and we're going to talk some more about that later. Good night.
Did I get an entry to win?
You did not get an entry to win.
No, Mike. No.
You didn't fill it out. Oh, you did in person.
Or are you getting the Nina bag, Mike?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll let you get that one. That's the only one.
Nina clutch. Not for the color quiz, though. You guys, we'll talk about this later, but I'm a little bit obsessed with it right now, and it's getting out of control. Okay, so the winner of the color quiz is Leslie Douglas.
Woohoo!
Who is not on. Leslie, you are the winner. So I'll send her something from the supply store. And then our winner for, should I even announce these? She's not here either. We need to do the drawing for, hey, dude. Please, I'm trying to do a professional meeting. Go get ready for bed and I'll give you a kiss. Yeah, I'm not very professional. We're going to talk about the color quiz in just a moment because that tells a lot about my personality as well as yours. So it's good. I really liked that color quiz. Okay, we're going to draw for the party bookings. Those of you who booked parties in the 72 hours, super proud of you. Nice job. I would love to hear from a few of you how you got your parties booked. Share your secrets. Share. Because some of us have a hard time booking parties at times, you know? Sometimes it's hard. So share your ideas. I know that even if you didn't put an entry in, what are your ideas? Share some of your good ideas for booking.
We need some fresh ideas. We need some fresh ones.
Chelsea, how did you book your parties?
I always put something on Facebook to my group. Try to do something, but really the way that I book them is usually I've been working on these people for a while, and so the in-home one I actually she came over to my house one time and she got black leggings. I had black leggings. And so that's why she booked a home party.
Nice.
As an incentive. So I've done that. And then the other one was someone that buys for me online all the time.
Mhm.
And I just asked her if she would do it because she is a good shopper. So that's how I got my 2.
Awesome. Those are great, simple ways. Really great, simple ways. Okay, who else? Who else has some ideas? And again, like just like Chelsea's bookings were not super fancy. She didn't do anything out of, anything crazy to get those bookings. She just, I think, simply offered an incentive. And also, I like that you noticed too that there are some in your group that maybe buy a little bit more, that maybe might be interested in hosting a party because they love the clothes so much. So that's a great way to find possible hostesses. So any other ideas on how you guys book your in-home pop-ups or your online pop-ups? We'd love to hear them.
I think I just did, nobody's done it yet, but the past couple parties, no, one person did. I lied. One person did it. I had a little chalkboard sign that said, and I had a bunch of like goodies around it, but it said 10% off your order if you book today. And the lady just came up and was like, give me the 10% off. I need to book a party. And I was like,
Yes.
yes.
Love it. Advertise it. If they don't know about it, how are they supposed to know what they're going to get if they book a party? If you don't tell people, how do they know what they're going to get? So that's super smart to actually put out a sign.
Yep, they like
Good idea. Thanks, Em. Any other ideas? Davey, I know that you're good at booking those in-homes. You want to share an idea of how you book your parties, if you can?
I don't know. I guess I haven't really had any trouble yet. It's just basically asking. I mean, and I know I will, come about. I don't know. I mean, I don't know because I haven't had a hard time. People have been really excited about it. So, I would like to know what people are doing too, because like I said, I haven't had trouble, but I know that I will get to that point. And I think that will be a hard thing for me too. I have a hard time coming up with things on the spot. Like, if someone says no, I'm like more like, okay. So,
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I honestly haven't. People have been really excited. I mean, when I do ask them, I'm just like, the things that I would say are, why wouldn't you, because they're always shopping and buying, like, why wouldn't you just want to invite some friends and get this stuff for free? And they are like, yeah, fun. So
yeah. Awesome. That's great. I mean, why wouldn't you, right? And in your area,
right.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, I think that's the main thing right now. And it is fun. I mean, every party that we've had, it's just been fun. And I always make sure and tell people to keep it simple. Do not stress about, food and things like that. It's just invite your friends and shop. And I just haven't had a problem yet. There's not a lot of consultants in my area. I mean, there is, I shouldn't say that, but like, there's maybe 5 within a 20-mile radius or 30. I mean, it's not a lot. It's not a lot.
Yeah.
To me, I don't know. And
for sure.
I don't know, I guess I would love to hear suggestions because like I said, I do know that that's going to come. I mean, I'm going to get to the point where it's a small town. It's a small town. So eventually everybody's going to be tired of the LuLaRoe parties. I mean, honestly, I feel like, and so when that happens, what am I going to do to get people to want to do that? Is it new inventory, constantly always having new inventory, or what?
Yep.
I don't know.
I think you answered your own question in one of the ways,
Yeah, right. And that's what I've been trying to do is just keep ordering, even if it's just a little bit at a time, because yeah, if you have the same old stuff all the time, no one's going to get excited about having another party because they've all seen the stuff.
Yep. Very true. I loved Ashley Lautaha, and I posted this before on our team page, but I love her. She's so wise because she's been in this business from the very beginning, and she's been through all the struggles. She created LuLaRoe. Like, she helped create LuLaRoe to what it is today, because she was right there in the beginning with those first, consultants, and they had to make a name for LuLaRoe. They didn't come into the business where LuLaRoe already had a great reputation and already had all these styles. They came in with simply maxi skirts, and they were unhemmed. Let me add to that, unhemmed maxi skirts. And they had to get out there and they had to do like the front work. They had to do the hard work, because these days it's hard. I mean, it's hard. Let me tell you, it's still hard. But when people already know about LuLaRoe and they already love it, we almost have a little bit more of an advantage when we get started, because they've already created all these amazing customers for us, So, but something that she said is with sales, you either have to have new customers for your old inventory, or you need to have new inventory for your old customers. So if you're selling to the same customers over and over, you got to have new stuff. You got to have new stuff posting on that page. But if you're bringing in new customers into that page, and where you have all of that old inventory, it's old to us, right? It's not old to new people. It's old to us because we see it every day. But to someone new, it's totally brand new to them. If we're getting in those new customers, then we're going to continue to be able to turn over that inventory. So I think that's awesome. But that's great advice, I feel like. And I feel like that is just a principle of this business. New inventory for old customers, new customers for old inventory. And so that's why we need to always be growing our customer base. So
another thing that I heard too, and I don't remember where I heard it, it could have been from you, but taking those no's and like using them as an opportunity and just being like, okay, well, I understand that you don't maybe want to do it right now. Is this something you'd consider in a couple months? Or even asking them, okay, well, that's totally fine. If you don't want to, do you have anybody that you can recommend that would like to do it and earn some free stuff?
Love it. Exactly. I wanted to ask you too, Davey, because you have done other direct sales companies. Did you ever was there ever a time where you did struggle to book pop-ups or book parties for your business?
Yeah, there was. And that is the one thing I can say about LuLaRoe. I feel like, I don't know, like I've said before, like everybody has to have clothes, like when I sold Keep, jewelry is awesome and it's fun, but we don't need it. I don't need a bracelet.
No.
I want a bracelet. And I mean, of course we don't need to go shopping all the time, but really we all have to have clothes, and clothes that are comfortable and clothes that make us feel good. And I just think that like they just sell themselves. I mean, they're just comfortable, wonderful, beautiful clothes that do more than just dress us. They make us feel good about ourselves and make us happy. And I just really think that with LuLaRoe, I mean, I sold Mary Kay in the past as well. It's not so much a luxury. It's clothing. We have to have it, and it's not that expensive.
Yeah.
So it's easy. I don't know. I just feel like I have not had as much trouble getting people to want to have parties with LuLaRoe than I have the other things that I've sold. So I feel really good about LuLaRoe.
Awesome.
In that sense. I mean, not that those other companies aren't awesome. They're awesome. They're fun. I finally found something that doesn't take so much convincing, I guess.
Yeah.
I had that much trouble having to convince people.
Awesome. Great. That's good. Okay. Any other ideas you guys want to share about how to book parties? Ideas, things that you've done to get parties booked. Doesn't have to be fancy. We just want to share our ideas. The thing that I just did, and you guys may have already seen it on my Facebook page, is that I'm giving double incentives this month for me, because I'm leaving for a full week and a half. I'm going to be gone for a week and a half of this month, which scares me a little bit because I really want to cruise qualify. I only have 2 months left, May and June. And if I skip a month, then I have to go June and July, or I have to go, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So I've had to really think ahead, prepare ahead, and decide, okay, this is my schedule and I got to be on top of my sales this month because I only have this such and such days. But what I gave was double incentives for this month. If you book by Tuesday, then I'm giving an extra free item just for booking. But they get it at their party, so they've got to hold it. So I've been able to get about 5 parties from that. If I honestly feel like if you can get any parties from posting on Facebook, that's like super easy. That is the easiest way to book a party, because all you got to do is type a post and hopefully people will sign up. But sometimes they don't. And just so, just to maybe put it in perspective, if you don't get any party bookings from posting on Facebook, don't stress about it, because think of the amount of effort that you put in to get those parties. Not a whole lot. So maybe that's, equal amount of effort and results. I always find though, last time we did this competition, I really needed parties. I think it was in December, And I was competing because I told you guys if I didn't win, or if somebody beat me out, then I'd give an extra prize. But what I did was basically the 72-hour game plan. I went through like Chelsea, and she, how she looked at all the people who shopped a lot. I went through and I looked at all my best customers, and I was like, okay, this person shops a lot, this person shops a lot. This person has already done a party for me, and it's been 6 months. I should call them again and see if they want to do another one. And I did that. I did the 72-hour game plan, thought of every name that I could think of, and then I just went and messaged all of them. And I offered an incentive. Again, I offered that incentive if they booked within a certain amount of time, creating that urgency, which is, I think, a huge part of this business, creating a little bit of urgency so that they, grab it quick. They want to grab that quick. You get that instant gratification too with those pop-up parties. They get their clothes and they get to take them home that night. Anyway, so those are some of the ideas that I used. You guys are welcome to copy me in any way. Just make it your own, but awesome ideas. Okay. Any other ideas that you would like to share tonight before we move on? Okay. I love hearing from you guys. Okay. So now what I want to talk about is the color lenses. And this was awesome. I loved seeing your color lenses because it was a big eye-opener. And if you haven't taken the color lens quiz yet, I really suggest you go and do that. It's kind of a cool quiz. Does anybody want to share what they learned about themselves through this color quiz, maybe?
Where's the color quiz?
It's on the team page. I'll tag you in it, Davey. I'll tag you.
Okay. I must have missed that.
That's okay. It's pretty awesome.
So I kind of already knew this, but I am like an emotional, so I'm blue. I think I was blue and gold, if I remember right. So I'm like the emotional, empathy, and then organize. I like to make plans, and my honey is completely opposite. Like he doesn't do anything emotional. Like his is all complete logic, and he's not organized. He's a fly by the seat of his pants kind of person. Like he loves to just be like, okay, let's go do this. And so it was kind of just interesting to see how different we really are.
How do you guys get along?
Most days are pretty good. Some things are a struggle, and that's mostly because of the organization thing, because I like to have plans and he doesn't. So that's kind of our biggest struggle.
Huh. Cool.
That's the same as me. Jeff, I'm twins with Chantel, and Jeff's the complete opposite of me.
Really?
Yeah. So funny.
Did he take the color quiz, Em?
Yeah, he took it, but he took it the last time we did it, so I can't remember what he was, but I remember he had nothing that I had.
Yeah. Interesting. Maybe that's why you guys work so well together.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Okay, anything else you guys learned about yourselves taking this color quiz? What else did you guys learn? Okay, all right. Well, I wanted to, so this is something that I noticed with our team, which actually was really enlightening to me. And I'm grateful that I had you guys take this quiz because you guys were a lot different than I thought. You were different than what I had anticipated you would be. But that was my own like blind self, not, myself thinking in my own box here. So I'm going to pull up some of your colors real quick. But what I noticed was the majority of you had gold in either your first or second color. Many, like all except for maybe 3 of us in this team had gold for your first or second color. Yeah. So I want to read about a gold's personality. By the way, this is the 4 lenses unfolded. If you would like to learn more about the lenses, I would totally suggest you go get it. You get this book. It's at the website called shipley.com, I think. Shipley. If you need me to post the website, I sure can. Okay, so here we go. Gold personalities. This is what your personality generally is like. You are dutiful and stable. You need to be useful. You want to be self-sufficient. You value order and organization. You desire punctuality. You like to schedule your life. That's what Chantel said. You make and you keep commitments. You measure your worth by completion. You like to prepare for the future. You believe work comes before play. You safeguard tradition. So tradition is super important to you. You're responsible and dedicated. You're drawn to respected occupations. You enjoy positions of authority, and then you bring stability to society. So you're more stable, you're organized. I thought this one was interesting. Measure worth by completion. Interesting. There was also, yeah, okay. This book is awesome because it lays out a lot of your personality, but then it goes into more depth about so many other like aspects of why we do things, why, what motivates us. Anyway, so that is the majority of you. You either have that as your very first color or your second color. Then, so let me tell you really quick what my colors are, first and second. Do you guys know? What do you guys think?
Was it orange and gold?
Close,
I can't remember.
but no.
Dang it. Dang it.
Orange and blue?
Orange and blue is my guess too.
Orange and green?
Maybe orange and green.
Not green.
I don't know.
That must be orange and blue.
Last, and it's really low. Green is really low. And we're going to talk about green in just a minute, but some of you were second green. I don't know. I don't think any of you were first green. Were any of you first green? I think there were Leslie, and both Leslies were gold and green. So your second was green. But yes, I am a blue. I am an orange and then a blue.
Oh, okay.
Orange first, then a blue. So let's talk about blue, because there was a lot of blues in our team as well, either first or second. So blues. Okay, those of us who are blue are more emotional, I think. Blues need to feel unique. They look for symbolism. I don't know. They value close relationships. They encourage expression. They desire quality time with loved ones. and they need opportunities to be creative. They compromise and cooperate. They nurture people, plants, and animals. They're very loving and nurturing. They look beyond the surface. They share their emotions. They make decisions based on feelings. They need harmony, and they're drawn to nurturing careers. They also get involved in causes, and they bring unity to society. So the golds brought stability, and the blues are bringing unity to society. We want to be close. We want to be together. We want to have, friendships and express our feelings. So does that sound about right for you blues out there too?
Yep.
And we all probably have a small portion of that in our personality. We all have a portion of that, but some of us are more dominant than others. Okay. Now, I think there were 2 of us on the team that were orange first. And so orange, let's talk about orange. This is me, you guys. I want to read this to you, and I want you to just know the reason why I want us to learn about these colors is I want us to be able to understand each other better. I think sometimes we prejudge like who someone is or what they're supposed to be, and we don't take into consideration who they are, what their personality is actually like, or maybe what their background is. So in doing this color quiz, it was fun to learn, I think, about ourselves. It's fun to learn what your color is, but I want to make sure that we know that we don't want to use our colors as a justification or an excuse as to why people should understand us. We want to use the colors as a reason to understand others and why they feel a certain way or why they act a certain way, and understand, that's because of who they are and not because they're offending me or whatever it is. So, okay, here's orange. And the oranges are free and spontaneous. Oranges are impulsive risk takers. They're impulsive risk takers. They are active and competitive. They are also optimistic. Oranges commit fully or not at all. So it's like all or nothing. I see that a lot in me. Oranges thrive on crises. They're drawn to tools. I don't know what that means. Tools. They like to be the center of attention. Oranges have great endurance. They're drawn to action jobs. They need variety. Oranges are dynamic, animated communicators. They are generous. They like to live in a casual atmosphere, and they bring excitement to society. I love that. That makes me laugh. So interesting, right? How different all these personalities are. And, you may not relate to every single item on this list, but there are definitely some that, will stand out to you. Okay. And then last but not least is the green personality. And there were some of you who were secondary greens. I don't think anybody was a first green, but Mike is a first green. Maybe some of your husbands are a green first. But I did have some that were secondary green, either blue and green or golden green. Some of you had a third green. So anyway, this is a green personality. And you guys, I would actually, challenge you to go through and actually maybe write down or copy, screenshot all of the personalities that our team has listed in that post, because it's really interesting. And it's cool because that will help us understand one another, I think, a little better. So greens are innovative and logical. They seek to understand the world. They need to be competent. They require intellectual freedom. They push themselves to improve. Greens are slow to make decisions. They value concise communication. Greens also look for intellectual stimulation. They are sometimes oblivious to emotions. Greens are detached. They believe work is play. Man, that would be a good thing to have, right? Greens are drawn to technical occupations. They like to analyze and rearrange systems. They focus on the future, and then they bring innovation to society. So they're very innovative, which is awesome. All of these personalities, there are so many things that I think are awesome, and things that I would love to incorporate into my personality or work on to strengthen. Now, I want to mention too that just because you took the test and your top 2 colors came up, as such, doesn't mean that we can't strengthen other areas of other colors. Doesn't mean we can't be or strengthen aspects of other colors. So anyway, so yeah, how many of you were first gold? Raise your hands. Okay. Yeah. And how about a second gold? Second color was gold. Chantel. Chelsea, I think your second color was gold too. Okay. How about first oranges?
I was tied orange and gold.
You were tied.
Tied completely. Yeah,
Interesting.
kind of weird.
How do you feel about that? Tell me, do you feel like you have contradictions in your
Yeah,
personality?
it's totally yeah. And that's how I am in the other color code, and so it's really interesting.
Mm-hmm. It is really interesting.
I want to play, but then I have to I don't know. Yeah, it's weird.
You have to get work done before play.
Yeah. So
I love it. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah. So anyway, I thought that was really cool. Save that color quiz. I actually took it, oh gosh, was it a year ago? Maybe not quite a year ago. I took it a while ago. And originally I had shown up as blue first. And it was a little bit different of a quiz. And so depending on the quiz, there's actually a more intensive quiz in this book. I think it's a little more questions, I would say. So if you want maybe a little more comprehensive quiz to take, you can get the book. Lindsay, you were, I think you were, hold on, let me look. Gold, then blue, Linz. Gold, then blue. So organized, you like order. Maybe, but it's not every aspect of a gold. So gold, you're stable, you're dutiful, you're reliable, you schedule your life. You do have to schedule your life, right?
Yep.
And then you're secondary blue, so you have that emotional side too.
I thought it was pretty funny that me and Pulani, who are both nurses on the team, had the exact same color order.
That was interesting. It was very interesting. I thought so too. Yeah. Okay. Any other thoughts about the color, the 4 lenses? Sorry. Okay, no other thoughts. If you want to learn a little bit more too, they do have some trainings in fashion fundamentals, which is the source for all, I think, pretty much all LuLaRoe information. It's a wealth of knowledge in there. So yeah, okay, awesome. All right, lastly, I wanted to talk about the theme that I want to kind of start focusing on from today and maybe through the rest of the year. I want to use this as the base of our trainings because it's super important. This last week, I just participated in the Trainers Focus 5. And what it was is basically for Monday through Friday, for an hour each day. We sat on a Zoom call with one of the guys from home office who is in charge of training trainers, basically. His name was Christian, and he was in charge of kind of really doing a super intense training about the base principles of LuLaRoe and of having a business. And it was amazing. I learned so much. It opened my eyes to so much that I feel like I was weakened, that I am weakened as your leader. And so, I mean, we're always improving. I'm always trying to improve. And hopefully you realize that. And hopefully you realize with my orange personality that I'm not super duper organized. I try really hard. And I get distracted easily. It's, structure is a little bit harder for me, though I desire to have that. I even organized my bathroom this last weekend, just so you know. Thanks. Yeah, I was pretty proud of myself. But so I want to talk about the 5 core principles or values of LuLaRoe. Who here has memorized LuLaRoe's mission statement? Anybody? Okay, that's okay. So when we started the Focus 5 training, I hadn't had it memorized either. And I told you, did I tell you this story last time? That my friend, we went to the trainers in California. My friend that I was with, during the training, when they asked who has the mission statement memorized, she was the only one person out of like 300 trainers. That is pitiful. Pitiful, you guys. She stood up, she recited the mission statement, and they gave her 5 packs of LuLaRoe leggings, and she got to hand pick them. You guys, why don't I have it memorized? I was really beating myself up for that because I wanted to pick 5 leggings too, 5 packs. But that's not the reason why we need to have it memorized.
Doesn't it start like through fashion we achieve? Oh, I just had it and I forgot it.
Yeah, it kind of does. Yes, it does.
With fashion we achieve something, bless lives, strengthen others, or strengthen lives, bless others. I can't remember the rest of it, but
can't tell. And I think if you just looked at it, you would have it memorized like that. But for some reason, it's super simple, and we just haven't done it. So I memorized it, guys. So this is what it is. LuLaRoe, where through fashion we create freedom, serve others, and strengthen families. A place where lives are being blessed through love, purpose, confidence, trust, and growth. Okay, why do you think it's important for us to know that mission statement?
It reminds us why we're doing what we're doing.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Em. Yep. Anybody else want to say why you feel like it's important that we know that mission statement?
I think I agree with Emily. It's part of our why. It's why we're doing it. Exactly what Em said.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thanks, Lindsay.
it's kind of what we need to follow. Like, so not only is it part of our why, but I remember them saying on one of the calls the last couple weeks that like if we would just live by the golden rule and treat others like we want to be treated, that everything would be fine and we wouldn't have to have all these rules and everything. And so if everybody would just follow the mission statement, this is like what we need to do.
Yeah. Good. Thanks, Chantel. That's awesome. And not only, I don't know if you guys have heard this before, they said What about rather than following the golden rule, we follow the platinum rule? Who knows what the platinum rule is? Anybody know? So the platinum rule, and I don't know if this was made up by LuLaRoe, but the platinum rule is do unto others as they would have done unto them. You know, because I was teaching Alana this like earlier. I'm like, sometimes people don't want what you want. You know, sometimes people don't want to receive what you would want to receive. So that platinum rule is maybe a little step above that golden rule. Okay, good. So in our mission statement, we have our 5 core values of LuLaRoe. They are love, purpose, confidence, trust, and growth. Those are our 5 values of this business. I really feel like they are the core principles. And if we teach and if we learn correct principles, then we can then govern ourselves, right? We can then, from there, all other questions are going to be a little bit easier for us to handle, or our trials are going to be a little bit easier if we have those base core values and principles set in stone, right? So the first one, I want to talk about it today real quick, is love. Okay. Why is love an important principle in our businesses specifically?
If we don't love people, I don't feel like I would have a purpose doing this. I feel like I think if you don't think that, you're just going to always think, what's in it for me? So I think love's important.
Good. Thanks, Sam.
We also have to love what we're doing. Like, there's no purpose into it if we're not loving what we're doing.
That's a good point. Thanks, Chantal. Why is love an important principle of our businesses? Do you think a lot of businesses these days are based on love? Probably not, huh?
I was actually kind of thinking about this today with the 4-year birthday of LuLaRoe and thinking about the success in 4 years that it's now this $1 billion company. It's amazing. And I just feel like a big part of the reason LuLaRoe is where it is because of that. I think that we try to put out love and goodness into the world, and I feel like it's coming back. And I think that that's why LuLaRoe is so successful, and that's how we can be successful, is as we put that out to other people, it comes back. And I think that's a big part of our success.
Awesome. Thanks, Leslie. I definitely agree with that. So one of the things that Mark has said, and I'm paraphrasing because I don't have his exact quote, but the success of LuLaRoe is because of our culture. It's not because of our strategy. Strategy is less effective than culture, than setting a culture. And the culture of LuLaRoe starts with love, which I think is awesome. Oh, it said, the quote was, culture eats strategy for lunch. So culture is greater than strategy. Why do you think it's important to have strategy in our businesses? But why isn't strategy, it's important, right? But why isn't strategy more important than the culture of our business?
I think there are companies out there that have really good strategy, but they're dishonest. They don't really care about the customers, and they tank. So I think it's important.
Yeah. Good. Anyone else want to share maybe why they feel like strategy isn't more important than culture?
I think your culture defines what your strategy is.
It definitely can. That's a great point. I love that.
But I think you need to have a good base of what your culture is so you can know what your strategy is and where you want to head.
They are ready for bed.
Okay, nice.
Yeah,
Thanks,
they are.
Lynn.
They're not.
Does strategy always go the way that you want it to go? Do your plans always go the way you have them planned? Chantel, do they? Do your plans always go that way, the way that you want them?
Never the way you want them to go planned.
So why would culture be important when strategy maybe doesn't go as planned?
What is wrong with this shirt? What have you guys done with it?
Hello.
I can't hear.
Any ideas? I think if we have a culture, if we have our base of love first and selflessness, the values that we have set, if we have that set first and things don't go the way that we had hoped, I think maybe that helps us deal with those ups and downs or those trials, those things that don't go our way, Okay. Any other thoughts that you guys want to share before we move on? You guys are doing awesome. You have such good, ideas and are sharing some great things. I really value that. So, okay. So love, what is love? What does that mean? What does this word mean? What does it mean to love? And not in a romantic way, but I mean, applying to our businesses. What does it mean to love? It's kind of an easy question.
To show how much you care.
That's what I was going to say. Care.
Caring.
How much you care. Okay. What else?
Wade says to show how much passion you have for what you're doing.
Ooh, how much passion you have. So it's a show of passion, love of what you do.
I feel like if you love something, you base everything that you do, or mostly everything you do, around it.
Okay. So it
plays a big part in your daily schedule or your thoughts. If you love something, that's what's in your thoughts all the time, or most of the time.
Awesome. Thanks, Davey. What about unconditional? Is another word I came up with. Unconditional. Love is unconditional. So when we love, let's put it in terms of our customers. When we love our customers, do we treat them as people or do we treat them as objects? Easy question, right? When we love someone, we think of them and treat them as a person who has needs, joys, fears, trials, pains, happiness in their lives, not as objects. If we look at someone as an object, say a customer, there are 3 different ways we can look at them. We can look at them as either an obstacle. Number 1, obstacle. We could look at them as a vehicle, or they can become irrelevant to us. So in what way could we look at a customer as an obstacle?
Like if you have a difficult customer, to think, if I can just get past selling this to them, they'll be gone.
Mm-hmm. Good example.
Which is hard sometimes to not do.
It sure is.
But
it sure is. Any other ways you guys can think of how customers can become obstacles to us? Or how we can look at them as an obstacle? Okay. So an obstacle is something that's in our way, right? How do we get around an obstacle? Usually.
jump over it.
Jump over it, push it to the side, walk around it, basically kind of avoiding it maybe. If you think of that as as someone, a real person that you're looking at as an obstacle, maybe, maybe think of that in a different way. How could we treat our customers as vehicles, as an object, a vehicle?
Do you mean like, so if you're really work with that customer well and you're super nice and you're real about it, maybe they will in turn be happy with that and tell other people that tell other people that you were great.
Okay.
Instead of thinking you were just another LuLaRoe consultant that they dealt with, kind of thing.
And where does that come from? A place of love, Em? If you're thinking maybe they'll go and tell people that I'm so great?
Yeah, I feel like what I do is I get scared that they're going to do the opposite. I feel like, what if they go around saying that I wasn't nice enough? That's my blue comes out.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Interesting.
I always want to be overly nice because I want people, it's a weird thing because that's where my blue is, but I want people to be my friend. And not just selfishly, like I love having all these friends. So I think I go over in niceness. You can ask Jeffrey. Sometimes I do. He's like, Emily, we need to make money. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I just think I love having more friends. So.
Okay. So you go overboard on the niceness. But if we're maybe focusing on a person as an object to use as a vehicle gets us somewhere, right?
So just assuming that they're gonna come and buy from me because they bought from me before, I think would kind of be like just expecting them to do something instead of going out of your way and making them feel like they're important to you.
Mm-hmm. Good. Okay. Yeah. What if someone came to your house and instead of really caring about that person and asking them, what are you looking for, or how can I serve you? How can I help you? How can I get to know you better and help you in the best way that I can? And instead of doing that, we are focused so much on, we got to make that sale, Oh, it's so cute on you. You have to get it. Oh yeah. Get it all. I know it's a hard decision. You should just get it all. I mean, I think in some ways we naturally feel that we really want to sell. We really want to, we want to get that piece count. And maybe, do you think that would come out as more selfish and more like you're using them, like using your customers to get that sale? Do you think people would be able to notice that? Do you think people can see when you're not being real with them?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so. Okay. And then lastly, when can customers become irrelevant to us? What's a situation where a customer becomes irrelevant?
I think online that's an easier thing.
Mm.
And it's hard to put a face because you don't see them. It's hard, it's tricky.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks. Any other ideas or thoughts? Okay. So it's obvious there are many ways, we can see our customers as objects. And with this principle of love, I think it's really important for us to really try to see a person as a person, whether they're behind the screen online. Who was it that said that? Was it Pulani? She said she tries to make it a point to really, if she sees someone that is in her online group in person, she tries to go and meet them and get to know them in person. So because they are a real person, right? I loved that. Okay. Also, as we talk about service and as we talk about loving our customers, serving our customers, there's two ways to serve. The first one is with a heart at peace, and the second one is with a heart at war. What do you think the differences are between those two? A heart at peace and a heart at war. Okay, I'll share an example. So sometimes when I want to do something nice, you know, let's go with the dishes. Let's say, you know, dishes are not my favorite thing to do. I can't imagine they're anybody's really their favorite thing to do, but there are times when, you know, I want to put forth an extra special effort to make sure the house is clean for, you know, Mike when he gets home or something. And let's say, you know, I'm putting in all this effort and he gets home and he doesn't help me. He doesn't even say anything. He doesn't acknowledge that, you know, I'm doing what I'm doing. Do you think I'd feel a little bit of like a heart at war, even though I'm serving and I have good intentions and I'm action-wise, I'm doing the right thing, but maybe inside I'm feeling like, oh, I can't even believe that he came in. He didn't even like say thanks for doing the dishes or, you know, or offer to help, or he didn't, you know, whatever. But so to me, that is doing the right actions, but maybe you don't feel it, you know. Have you guys ever felt that way? Never. All the time, right? So I think another way to look at it too, which was really cool, was a heart at peace is someone, is loving, you know, putting forth that love, whereas a heart at war is more like an obligation. You feel it's an obligation. Like I have to take care of this customer. I have to send these invoices. I have to answer their questions. You know, it's such an obligation, but I have to do it, and I'm going to do it because I'm supposed to. Whereas with a heart at peace, you're going to do it because you care about that customer, and you maybe think of them as a person and realize, oh my gosh, they are probably going through a hard time, or they really just want to know like what size to wear, and that's super frustrating sometimes. Or, you know, where you know, you realize that they are a person and they have needs and everything. So okay, all right, so the thing that I love about this first one is that love is like our center, the center of the values, and everything kind of comes from that. So that's something that I feel like we can apply to all aspects of our business. Any other thoughts you guys would like to share about love and in your business? Any examples of maybe how you've felt that or seen that from others? Okay. Love you, baby. I know I've seen that in each of your businesses. I know that you guys are building those relationships of love, and I see that with your customers and you, between the two of you. But
I think like, so I'm doing I do the monthly birthday thing, and I write a little note to each of them. A lot of people have like
got it.
A lot of people will come to me even months later and say, hey, thank you so much for sending me a note. I totally forgot that I even joined your birthday club, and like they like that you do that. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's the way I show love to my group.
Awesome. That's great. When you're doing that, Em, are you thinking about yourself when you're doing that, or what you're going to get out of it?
No, and I didn't even realize it till later that I don't know, because when I do it, I literally write like specific things about them and things I know that they like, because I've gotten to know over the past 7 months now, just their personalities, and I make each note personal, and I know that when I get things in the mail like that, it makes me happy, so I just want to make their day, and I forget even sometimes because you get monotonous when you do, oh, I got to send out my birthday things. But then when they come back and say, hey, that when you mentioned that, and it's like, oh my gosh, so I feel like it's important. It's important to do things in your business to show that you care, because it will come back to you.
Do you think if they know that you care, what do you think? I mean, what do you think the response is? People's response if people know that you care. What do you think their response is to that?
I don't know. I've never thought about it.
Anybody have thoughts about that? When you show you care and when you show you love them,
they care back.
They care back. Any other thoughts? Do you think people might trust you more?
Possibly.
If they know that you care?
Yeah.
They might come to you over someone else because they trust you. Okay. Day maker. I love that. That's part of our job, right? Is to be a day maker. One more thought. Do you think that if we focused more on loving others, how do you think that would affect us personally in our lives and our businesses? If we focused more of our love and on serving others, on what others, how others feel and others, their needs. How do you think that might affect us personally? Any thoughts? It's an interesting concept. So as I was doing the training, we talked a lot about our insecurities, things that we're afraid of, things that we're worried about, the stresses that we have, us. Oh my gosh, it's so hard. Oh my gosh, I'm so stressed. Oh, these customers are so hard to deal with sometimes. But I felt like a lot of the focus was if we take the focus off of ourselves and we focus more on others, on serving them, on taking care of their needs and loving them, then automatically the things that we were worried about here in ourselves, in our space, somehow dissipate and disappear. We focused on serving others and loving others, which is pretty amazing. Do you guys agree with that? And I think that is such a huge key to being successful in our businesses, because if we're caught up worrying about ourselves all the time, or worrying about, oh my gosh, I'm just not good enough, or I'm not making enough sales, or I'm not building a team as fast as that other person, or if we think so much more about others and try to focus our efforts, serving, then that takes away so much of our stresses, so much of our worries, and it blesses other people's lives. And I think in turn, it will eventually, bless our lives as well. But I don't think that should be the main focus of why we do what we do. Anyway, any other thoughts that you guys would like to share? We have gone over time, and I thank you guys for being on here and participating. Such awesome thoughts and ideas that you've shared today. Any last thoughts that you guys would like to share, or maybe any burning questions that you might have that need to be answered tonight?
Look what I did.
Let's see.
I printed it.
Oh my gosh, Emily.
Just from Google.
Why are you so creative, Miss Blue?
Oh my gosh, seriously, just went to Google Images
What?
and printed it out. Yeah. I just saved the image and then just put it on a Word document and printed it out.
And could you please post that in our group, please?
Yeah. Isn't that cute? Yeah.
That is way cute. Okay,
Put it in
challenge for the night. Challenge for the night. Print out Emily's little graphic
It's cute.
and memorize the mission statement. Can you guys do that? Okay. I'm going to ask you next time. Also, real quick, we had some winners of our giveaways. I picked, I drew for 2 of the giveaways. The last one is the party, the 72-hour booking challenge. And I need to make names and draw those out of the hat before I do that one. So, but the 2 winners of the challenges are for the Share Your Why challenge, which I was so proud of you guys, by the way. Thank you for sharing your whys. I feel like not only do I get to know you better, but I also feel like it brings us closer together as a team, knowing why each of us are doing this. But the winner of that challenge was Mandy Olson. Congratulations, Mandy Olson.
Lucky.
You happened to be the first one that did it too, which I thought was good, was fitting, right? You stepped out and you were the first one. So great job. And then the winner of the color quiz, for those of us who filled out the color quiz, I chose one of you to win something from the supply store, and that winner was Leslie Douglas. Winner.
Go Leslie.
Okay. Go Leslie.
Yay! Putting a
Okay,
baby
so I'll
to
be
bed.
sending you something from the supply store.
Sweet.
More
Thanks,
giveaways to come, and I'm still going to pick a winner of the 72-hour booking challenge. Okay, so that's still coming. But more challenges to come. But you guys, super proud of you for doing these, for participating. They're not for me. I just want you to know that. I don't want you to do them. They're not for me, you guys. They're for you. My whole goal for you is to help you succeed. Whatever that is defined as for you is what I want to help you do, is what I want to help you achieve. We all have different goals, and we all have different ideas of what success is in our business. And whatever that is for you is what I want you to achieve. If that is making $2,000 a month, $1,000 a month, that is awesome. And I'm proud of you if you achieve that goal. Super proud of you. And I want to help you get there. If your goal is to cruise qualify, I want to help you get there. I hope that when I challenge you and when I offer suggestions or ideas to you, I hope that you can see that as me wanting to help you. And I hope that it doesn't come across as nagging or like your mom, I would never want that to come across that way. And I know, you never know, it can come across that way sometimes. And I'm not perfect. I'm the first one to admit that, but know that it comes from a place where I desire to help you guys succeed, and know that I'm here if you need anything at all. Okay. Alrighty. No last thoughts, or you guys have any burning questions before we go? No? Okay. All right, you guys. Thanks again for being on the call tonight. Look forward to next week, because I will be, I have asked Carla to talk about fundraisers. Fundraisers are an awesome way to book parties, you guys. So as we come into the warmer months, fundraisers, I feel like we have a lot of opportunities to really help people in the warmer weather where we can be outside. I don't know. Something to me feels like this is a great time to do fundraisers. So I'm excited to learn more about that and also hear some of her experiences in the fundraiser she's done. But thanks again, you guys. Have a wonderful night, and we'll talk to you again next time.
Bye.
Good night.